This car needs more TLC than any of the cars in the shop. More than the Supra, and that Supra is missing half the motor. I haven't touched the FD since we've been in Florida when we were hanging out with Adam LZ and all the Florida boys. There's a lot of stuff broken with this car. It's all easy stuff to fix, but it definitely needs a little bit of rebuilding today. I want to honor the car. I want to get this thing back to normal so I can drive it as my daily, because right now I just can't. And beyond what's just like wrong with the car and why I can't drive it, the car is an absolute mess. And I'm sure you really can't see it on camera, but this thing drove from Florida to San Diego, California on an outdoor trailer and is literally the dirtiest it's ever been. So I want to clean the car today. I want to fix the car today. There's just a million things. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so the first thing that we were gonna fix for today, and this is a personalized shout out to Dustin Williams, because when we were in Florida, Dustin decided to take my car as a joke, and as he took my keys, ran towards my car, tried to open the door, and if you are an FD person or you know anything about FDs, probably know that the door handles are terrible on this car, and you need to be very careful when opening them because you will literally snap them off. And what does the Hulk Dustin Williams do? Comes to my door, rips off this handle, and if you can see it, it's snapped in half. What every FD owner fears will happen to his car, and it's destroyed. So that being said, this door hasn't even been able to work, which is why I never wanted to drive it, because I couldn't take it anywhere, because I can't drive this car and park it unless the window is left completely down, because to open this door, you have to come from the inside and open it because this handle is screwed. So these are made of plastic. So what a lot of FD people do when those break is you switch to these ones. These are from APOL Performance. I don't know. Found these online. They are pretty much metal and they have great reviews, and these will not snap off like the plastics ones will. So first things first, let's get my doors working again so I can actually park this car and leave the windows up. There's two 10mm bolts on the back that we're gonna be pulling out to pretty much release the lever from the back of the door. Now I know this FD hasn't been on the channel in quite a while, but honestly, like I just kind of needed a break from it. We built this car in about a year's time, and nearly every single video was an FD. And as much as I love the FD, like I kind of just like stopped working on it and stopped filming it because I was sick of doing that. I wanted to enjoy the car and drive the car and kind of just enjoy it for myself. And of course, the only time that it actually returns to the channel is when something's broken, which is very FD fashion-like. Now this is kind of difficult to film, so bear with me here, but I'm releasing the locking mechanism to pull these pins out. And mine are like clapped. I need some tweezers to release these. I'll be right back. The secret here when replacing these handles is the locking mechanism that goes to the lock and the actual door handle. They're pretty much like two, almost looks like coat hanger irons, and it's on a 90-degree swivel. And when they're up all the way, there's no pressure on them, and that's unlocked. When they're locked, they're pulled tight. So what you do is you grab them, you pull up on them, releasing the pressure, so you put them at 90 degree, then you just simply push out the clips, and the whole entire assembly just pops right out. But you need to have them at their 90-degree angle or it will not work. Almost got it. I almost got it. There it goes. So we're gonna be removing these 4 screws, and then we're gonna release this rod, which is holding in the actual lever, and I think it just pops right out. There is a push rod holding in both of them, and then that comes right out. Handle assembly should be able to come out. Here's one of it, and then the other half of it is stuck, which should be able to come out here. There you go. Here's the old snapped handle. Here is the new one, so this should be able to slip right back in. I'm gonna quickly interrupt today's video to say thank you to our sponsor, Swagbucks. Swagbucks allows you to earn extra money by playing video games, doing online shopping, or even taking online surveys. Doing those things earns you rewards on Swagbucks, and that turns into cash in your wallet. I've checked out Swagbucks myself, and now I'm gonna give you guys the opportunity to check it out. If you click the link down below, it's gonna send you to the website, and it's also gonna give you a $5 sign-up bonus. Thank you so much for Swagbucks for sponsoring today's video, and now let's get back to the normal programming.
You know, Kev jumping in, just save the day, just like usual. So basically, what you had to do was get this bracket to sandwich in between. I don't know if you can see that down there.
It's kind of hard. It's
hard to see, whatever. But it's very hard to get this metal handle hook and bracket together. So what you had to do was unscrew it from the top here, so you have a lot of play. And with that, you can sandwich in and push everything down, and then put this bracket back in.
Shout out to John for the help, because I got frustrated and stopped, then Kevin figured it out. Also, I just shot this with some WD grease, and it made everything super smooth. I've never had this FD open so smooth. So now that all of that is complete, I'm gonna put these pins back into the locking clips for the door handle. And as I was doing this, Kevin actually helped me out and started the other side, and we can move on to the next portion of bringing this car back. Door test open. Oh. That has never felt so good. So when I was in Florida, I was really frustrated when I blew the line on the left bag. And when I did that, I did something really stupid. I forgot to detach the height sensor, and when I dropped the wheel and I was working on it, I snapped it in half. So AccuAir loves me and takes care of me, and they sent me out a box of 1,000,000 spare pieces, which I did not need to do. And no one should ever need these spare pieces. I'm just a klutz. They're hooking me up. They sent out extra parts to me, extra height sensors, extra hardware. That is so awesome. So thank you, AccuAir. I love you. We're fixing that today. We just fixed the left-hand side that I broke. And right now, you guys have been seeing me deal with this side for quite a long time. Now you can see how this system works is it's a height sensor. So there is an arm that goes from this sensor to the A arm. And as the A arm travels up and down, it moves this sensor, which measures the height of the car. You have to make sure this is right over each other from point A to point B, so super straight. This originally had like an inch spacer out, but when I broke that originally, I've been using like bunk pieces and bunk hardware, which is why it keeps breaking over and over and over again. So now I have all the necessary hardware, so we shouldn't have any more issues. And I'm the only one that's ever had this issue because it was my fault on the installation. Evan and Mickey and Kevin have had theirs height sensors on since forever. I've never had an issue, but because I screwed it up once and didn't fix it properly, that's why I kept having issues with it. So now I have all the right stuff. We shouldn't have any more issues, which means the height sensors are perfect. So thank you, AccuAir. When we were at the drag strip out in Florida, my oil overflow kind of overflowed a little bit and spat oil everywhere. So I just took that out. Right now I'm cleaning up all this residual oil that I had just caked on the inside of the bay. And like I said, I need to clean this car today, but before we clean the outside, I have to clean the inside. Oof. All right, so I just cleaned off this catch can. Slip this back into its home. This catch can was made by PPRE, and it's one of my most favorite things about this setup because it's just so simple and pretty. And I love the fact that it's handmade. I love the fact how easy it is just to like get it out and stuff. My bunk ass using random hardware that I was able to find in Florida. So bad. That'd be really bad. I don't know.
Wait, did you?
No. I checked threads. How dumb do you think I am?
I don't think you care enough. It's not.
What do you mean I don't think?
It's not that you're dumb. It's that you just.
I didn't cross-thread the threads. Thank you very much.
Okay, alright, so as you can see, this is our problem. So instead of making a whole new one of this, we just took off the end of the new one. Unscrew that guy and put on the new one. Should be good. Should be good.
So that snapped in half, and this new one is not broken, and it is good.
It's good.
I'm an idiot. I broke all this stuff.
Are you holding it as I do this?
I'm not holding it.
Okay.
D-band is holding it.
This is gonna suck, but this takes two people down here. Someone needs to push the rest of the exhaust towards the downpipe while someone aims the downpipe together and puts the V-band on. Okay, wait, don't. I need, oh shit. So, if you can find me the bolt that goes in the trans, I could probably get it. Can you go to the parts bin?
So before, we had it on the second hole, which means 2 inches of travel, but at full droop, the problem is that it kept breaking the bracket. right there. So our solution right now is to try and put it on hole 3 so that the geometry of everything is a little easier on the endpoints, so that at full droop you can see that there's a lot of room for it to go up and down and not brack anything.
As Kevin was doing that, Calvin and I have been tag teaming the V-band situation. V-bands are awesome because when they're lined up perfectly and everything is literally perfect, it looks clean and there's a lot less junk, but you need to make sure that they are 110% lined up. Calvin and I went from the back and worked our way all the way to the back of the turbo. Obviously can't really film underneath the car because we're not on the lifts today and there's no room to really film it, but I think we got it. Hopefully when we turn this thing on and let it run, that we don't see the same exhaust leak smoking on the back of the turbo because I'll be really upset, but good progress.
Make sure everything's not tight. See how there's a little wiggle room there? Little wiggle room here. Cycle it up and down, make sure everything's good to go. Yeah, and 2.
All right, so we're gonna be putting this into the program mode where it recalibrates all the height sensors. Now that everything is fixed up, we should have proper working height sensors. Super excited about that. This is gonna dance for like 10 minutes and do a whole bunch of crazy things. And then after that, we'll redial in our heights because I like to go a little bit lower than what they suggest. And she'll be fully resurrected at that point.
I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven. When I woke, I spit that on a necklace. I told God I'll be back in a second. Man, it's so
That
hard.
rear is ridiculously low.
Yeah, that's how it is. Okay.
All right, so our calibration is done. Our fronts are pretty good, but our rears are way too high. So Jumbo, you're gonna be my hype man for my rears. Lower the rear. A little more. All right, let me check the other side. All right, so for our super high setting, this is what we got in the front. It's like literally 5 or so inches, and they got 5 or so inches in the back. Can you go to 2, please? It's loud in there. So for 2, I like to have just a little bit of play in the back just in case I hit anything kind of surprising I didn't mean to hit. Same thing for the front. I like to have just a little bit. Can you go to number 1? Number 1 is my ride setting without turning. So I could cruise on the freeway at that height, but if I turn, I'm obviously gonna destroy my front fender. So that's our 1 setting, which is pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna let this car get up to temperature. I'm gonna keep an eye over the hood where the downpipe is. Hopefully we get no smoke coming out of there, which means we fixed our leak. And then I'm gonna give this puppy a wash. FD is now squeaky clean. Cleaned the interior, cleaned the bay, cleaned the seats, cleaned the trunk, cleaned literally every inch on this car.
And it's been a while since you guys have seen this car, but quite honestly, with how much other stuff we have going on, mainly the 458, I just haven't had much attention on this, but I hope this kind of filled some of your guys' needs for this car. And I miss it. I missed it a lot. Now that it's all squared away, I can start driving home every day without being freaked out. By the time you guys are watching this, I am probably on vacation in Hawaii. I'm only gonna be there for 3 full days. So I've been filming a couple videos and ahead, so this video was actually filmed probably 3 or 4 days ago. But that's all I have time for today. If you made it this far in the video, comment down aloha, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out and keep moving forward.
And I'm feeling